But after going through John's program, just 2 weeks of it, not even the full thing yet, I was able to get laid with a white girl just yesterday. So, I mean, it ended that day with a blowjob because her mom called and she needed to go back early. But after that, John just told me to text her and plan another date to hang out. So I did that. And next week, I was able to get her out again. And this time I got laid with her. So this girl was like a brunette, born and raised in the US. So pure white girl. So I'm making this video today to talk about John Elite and my experience with his coaching. So a bit about myself. I'm a 5'7" Chinese Asian from Southeast Asia that immigrated from there to the US. So currently I'm working in the US as a software engineer. And you know, typical engineers, I was a very unsociable person, very logical, couldn't do small talk at all, very boring, very monotonous person. So didn't know how to talk to girls at all. But after going through John's program, just 2 weeks of it, not even the full thing yet, I was able to get laid with a white girl just yesterday. And so I met her at a mall and I just followed all of John's instructions on how to approach a girl, how to open her, how to talk to her and keep a conversation going for like 5 to 6 minutes. And finally I number closed her. And a week later, I invited her on a date, which she said yes to. And John gave me even more instructions on what to do on the date and how to end the date and pull her to my place. So I just followed it, managed to get her to my place, dealt with her objections like the way John teaches it, and managed to get a blowjob from her. Cause, I mean, she was resisting a bit. She was saying like, oh, I'm not on the pill. I'm not supposed to be in a guy's house tonight. My mom doesn't know about it. I mean, she had a lot of objections basically about being there, but following John's teachings, I was able to deal with them and got her in the mood. So, I mean, it ended that day with a blowjob because her mom called and she needed to go back early. But after that, I mean, John just told me to text her and plan another date to hang out. So I did that. And next week, I was able to get her out again. And this time I got laid with her. So this girl was like a brunette, born and raised in the US. So pure white girl. So, I mean, if I can do it with John's system, I mean, everyone can. Because the course I took from John was Kaizen, at least the first course. I'm part of his 3MP bundle, which is 3 months to proficiency. And I'm only in the first 2 weeks of his program. So currently, after 2 weeks of training, I was able to get laid with a girl on Daygame. So, I mean, I think everyone can do it. So, and the funny thing is, I didn't even learn anything about game yet. So far, he's only taught me social skills. Fashion, how to stand, body posture, and social skills. No game, because I do not know how to flirt yet. I do not know how to tease yet. And everything was done online. So even with those, I mean, he was still able to guide me through everything and got my first lay. So, yeah. I mean, his lessons covers everything. So in terms of fashion, he basically instructed me on what to get. I went out in the store, I tried a bunch of clothes, sent him all the pictures. He looked through them and basically tells you what exactly you need to wear. And he would send you a list of what to buy, what to wear, how to wear it. And for your hairstyle, he'll send you a bunch of pictures and instructions on how exactly to get it cut. And even when you get it cut, he will look through the video of what the barber does and give live feedback on what you need to change and what you need to tell them and what the barber needs to change. So, I mean, he guides you through every step of the process. He holds your hand and goes through everything with you. in terms of his training, he is definitely a tough coach. He will do whatever it takes to get your brain to learn what to do. Some days I had to stand in the right body posture for like hours in order to train my brain to stand in a specific way without thinking. And especially a social flow drill, I couldn't get it at first. I was fully left brain, couldn't process it, couldn't understand how to do it. So I just had to grind. And some days we were practicing till like 2 a.m. So he is definitely a tough coach, but he does it because he cares. And he does it because that's what's necessary to get you results. So if you want a coach that will push you to level up and get results, he is absolutely the man for you. And throughout all his coachings, I had a lot of mental issues. I had a lot of self-esteem and confidence issues. I had very, very bad approach anxiety. There was one day where I couldn't approach. I was such a nervous wreck that I was in the bathroom just crying and going like, I can't do it, because I was so afraid that, if I approach a girl, I'd be kicked out of the mall. I'd be deported, gone. So, I told John, and he basically gave me a call, and he sort of babied me, because that's what I needed, I guess, and got me back up to my feet and got me approaching again. So, and he did help me get through a lot of my mental issues. Like, I had a lot of self-confidence issues. I had a lot of self-doubt. I had this voice in my head telling me to give up. Give up. You're not worthy of this. You don't deserve to date a white girl. Stuff like that. You can't do this. Just give up. You're wasting your time. I had all those issues, and John just came in and brought me through it, got me to overcome all these issues and start believing in myself. So, he was like, okay, you've gained all these skills. We've drilled them down. You've drilled them down for hours. Now it's time for you to just say, hey, who cares if I know I can do it or not? I have the skills now. Just let the skills take over, just decide I'm going to get laid and let the skills take over. And that mindset shift absolutely helped me in just going out and getting it done. So if you are a Chinese or any minority out there that you're in a foreign land, you want to get with the chicks, you want to get laid, right? Do absolutely contact John, because he knows what it's like to be a minority, and he knows how to get minorities laid. Absolutely. I'm surprised at how fast he was able to do it with me. But everything he says is absolutely field tested. He 100% knows what he's talking about. And honestly, I'm still surprised at how fast he got me results. So if you want someone to get you results, if you want someone to get you laid, even online, no boot camp needed, right? No alcohol needed, no boot camp needed, so no flirting even needed, John's your guy. John's absolutely your guy. Book a call with him. He will get you results. He will get you whatever results you want, from point A all the way to the end. If you want a girlfriend, if you want a wife, whatever, he will get you the results you want. So book a call with him and he'll get you settled. Seriously, do it. It's one of the best decisions I've made, because I've been in America for 8 years. And I have 1 year left in America, which was why I decided to contact John. But had I known about his program, I would have contacted him 8 years ago if I could have. So do it. You don't have time to waste. If you want to solve your reproductive and sexual issues, contact John. That's all I can say.
Welcome to the 3 months to proficiency bundle offer that I have right now that I just created.
So today, this video, I'm just going to tell you I'm so happy today. And I felt the happiest I've been for the longest time ever. And that's because I took John Elite's mental trauma program. So a bit about myself. I initially joined John's program for the 3MP stuff, so the Daygame stuff, and basically that worked. And within 2 weeks, he got me laid through Daygame. with a white chick, and yeah, I was just impressed. He gets stuff done. And so I took a break. I took like a 1-year break because after that, I'm like, okay, sure, time to go on with my life. But then what happened was that my parents contacted me. And if you know anything about Asian families, you know how a lot of parents seem to treat their kids. So basically, like, them contacting me just brought PTSD to me. Every time I saw a message from them, I'm just like, fuck, I felt like vomiting. I felt like all this PTSD, all the emotional trauma, because they used to spank me when I was a kid. And it used to be always grades. You gotta get good grades. If you don't get good grades, you're not good enough for the family type shit. And all those memory came back because they were trying to come and visit me in the US. And I couldn't deal with it. All day I was just molding for it. So I contacted John Elite because he was promoting a lot of his mental trauma stuff. And I saw that other people had took it and it was pretty good, and I definitely needed it. I definitely needed all that trauma because I had a lot from my parents. I needed all that trauma out of my brain so I could function normally again, so that I could go about my daily life without molding and just having a mental spasm whenever my parents contacted me. Because whenever my parents would contact me, I'm just like, I hate this shit. I couldn't focus at all. So yeah, I contacted John Elite, and he basically got me sorted. Not just the trauma I had with my parents, but all the trauma I had. Everything from my parents to making friends, to all the social anxiety I was having, to some of the insecurities I was having with money and resources like that. He just got it all taken care of. And basically he sat with me for 11 hours? So basically this Mental Trauma Cure program was with his 3MP package. So if you want to get your romance sorted out and your mind sorted out, yeah, just take it. It's worth it. It's worth every cent. Because honestly, if you go to a traditional therapy, they're just gonna drag it as long as they can, because they want every single penny they can pinch out of you. But John, he's different. He wants to get it done and you to be cured as soon as possible. So one day is all it takes. And basically, after that one day, it's like my parents texted me yesterday. And before that, I was just like, oh shit, fuck. Like my brain would just implode and I would just maul on it all day. But now they text me, I'm just like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, my older trauma, yeah, it's gone. It's like, I don't feel anything towards them no more. So his program, he basically walks you through all your memories, all your emotions. He just digs it all out. He basically makes your brain, rewires your brain to understand what's going on, and just makes you disconnect from it and move on with your life. And after taking his program, yeah, I'm ready to move on with my life. I was smiling ear to ear like I've never smiled before. And I was clearing my trauma. I don't know if it was all done, but he knew there was something there and he kept digging. He kept digging. He kept pointing me to the right direction. He kept digging and pulling more of this trauma that I didn't know I have. A lot of buried memories, a lot of buried feelings. He just dragged it out. All this stuff that was in my brain affecting my subconscious, he just dragged it out and we cleared it. And after the session, I was just like, great, man. I just felt great. He's the real deal, man. And so throughout the process, it was just like digging and just like, he knows what I'm thinking. So he's just, okay, you still have some shit to dig more. Just keep digging and neutralize it, and basically rearrange my brain to no longer be traumatized and scared about all these things. And so a lot of my social anxieties, they're like, you're gone. Like all the anxiety I have with like women and stuff, they're pretty much gone. And like my parents, all the emotion, all that emotion that I was holding on to, they're gone now. Like my parents call me, text me, and I'm like, yeah, I forget you, I can move on. I don't need to be held back by all the trauma that they caused me when I was young anymore. And if you want your mental health sorted out, if you're depressed, because I was depressed before, if you're just like emotional, you have some emotional triggers that you know about, or like you're anxious all the time because of some unresolved trauma in your past. If you want to get your brain sorted, if you want to get your life together again, if you want to be able to move on from your past, just learn from your past. He doesn't make you forget your past. He doesn't make you like ignore your past. He just helps you learn from your past, emotionally detach, and so that you can move on with your life. If you want to get that part of your life sorted, absolutely contact Johnny because he will get you results. He will get you results unlike all the traditional psychology or therapy systems out there. He will get you results within 1 day. And he will work with you until he gets you results. That I can guarantee because he's that kind of guy. And so he has all the tools that no one else has. All the techniques, all the tools that no one else has. If you want to get your life together, if you want to get your brain back, if you want to get control over your brain once again, if you don't want to have all these illogical, irrational fears in your mind, if you want to get it all out so that you can move on, so that you have your brain to yourself, so your brain is clear and flowing like a river once again. If you want all that, absolutely contact Johnny Elite, take his program, invest in yourself, man. Like it's way cheaper than traditional whatever psychology, therapeutic stuff. It's way cheaper and way faster, and you will see results, man. I can promise you that. So yeah, what are you waiting for? Do it. Get your life together.
Opinions and fair comment based on records in my possession, not medical or legal advice, not a diagnosis. Redacted for privacy, I correct material errors. If you Googled my name, you might see a Reddit review before you Googled my site, John Elite. This isn't a review, they never looked at the course. They started with Elite Access, not the whole Elite Bundle Resurrections. It's meant to turn you off before you meet me and try to turn off 777,000 people on Reddit in their seduction forum. A smear campaign is a planned effort to discredit a person or group and tarnish their reputation. Psychology Today. Smear campaigns involve manipulation, often the behavior of malignant narcissists, and those with NPD or antisocial personality disorders. Patterns, not diagnosis. Psychology Today. Those recruited by the abusers become an entourage known as the Flying Monkeys. Psychology Today. I'm describing behavioral patterns, not making medical and psychological diagnosis. Number 1, omission plus rage quit plus hypocrisy. He wrote to me, your system can obviously work very well, as you can see in the screenshot. Then 14 days. He rage quit in the same day another Chinese student who got 15 lays, 5 models, 5 white girls, 2 actresses in the marriage. He procreated. He had a daughter. He described himself as having thin skin as he's crashing out. So for online, he flips it. He did not get laid. He didn't poll. That's what he said. But in my view, you cannot rage quit in 2 weeks and claim the system failed. That's hypocrisy. He never seen the digital courses on Elite Bundle Resurrections either. I said in this screenshot. He wanted to start Elite 30, but I didn't let him, as you can see right here highlighted. He only went through Elite Access. I cite it in the screenshots, and I didn't let him start yet. How can he make a fair, objective review on Reddit that is actually a hit piece, in my opinion? Number 2, initial contact. Proof of emotional blindness. First message. I feel like I'm a hard case. Depressed, ghosted, ignored. In his own words. Later in his Reddit rant, he says that he wasn't depressed, that he was gaslit, and I labeled him. That does not sound confident. When someone says hard case, but refuses the drills and to flip their own words, that's typically not coachable in my experience. It fits under unteachable case, not hard case in my opinion. Dismissive narcissistic style, low self-awareness. Number 3, voice playback, emotional disconnect. On the playback, I told him his tone was flat. He replied, I try to mimic Joe Rogan. I guess not. You can see in the screenshots. He literally admitted that he could not hear it himself. In my view, that's emotional blindness, style behavior, not connected to his own tone, no ability to register mistakes. He later spun it as gaslighting, but the evidence show that he said it first. Number 4, progress and quit. Not enough to change habits. He logged in 12 drills only, really bad drills, 17 approaches, which are just less than 10 seconds each approach, across 14 days, 17 approaches with audio over 14 days, where he rage quit because of that Chinese student procreating. I have the chart. As you can see, I logged in all the times that he approached. We could show every screenshot, but there's big gaps, skip check-ins. As he says, he even complained, why do I have to check in every single day, as you can see in the screenshot? In my view, habits don't transform without sporadic effort. Quitting before the foundation even doesn't prove failure. It proves avoidance. Number 5, NDA, $400 goodwill payment, the breach of contract without remorse. He signed a non-disparagement NDA. It took $400 goodwill payment, as you can see in the screenshot, that he ignored it and he made a smear campaign anyways. This posted statement I believe are inconsistent with that agreement. It really says that he cannot write a hit piece. Number 6, scope of access, not a full program review. He never started Elite Bundle Resurrections. He got Elite Bundle 2 at a time. And he did not access the digital courses there. His experience was limited to Elite Access. In my opinion, presenting that as a review of my full system is misleading, as you can see in the screenshot. He cannot even start Elite 30. Number 7, supplements, the real deal. His claim was that irresponsible prescriptions. Well, that's false. I don't prescribe anything. These are over-the-counter Amazon available optional over-the-counter items that aren't prescriptions. Only doctors can prescribe. This student never used them. He placed 2 duplicate orders by accident. Both stayed unopened. On the phone, he said that I'd rather get everything from food. I'm worried about side effects because he's a vegetarian. He later reframed this as death by supplements because a student died. In reality, the case he cited involves a lung clot, not a stroke. A stroke is in the brain. This is a different condition entirely when he's referencing alpha GPC. He's trying to make something fit that doesn't fit. His hypocrisy is that he's credited in the vegetarian-themed film that he filmed and produced and wrote called Meatless Barbecue in 2018 while attacking supplements he never tried because he's a vegetarian. Number 8, bans, the truth. He claims that weeks of bans, stuck in a limbo, no coaching. Well, that's false. He only ever had a 3-day accountability ban, as you can see in the screenshot. In reality, I rarely ban students at all. At most, 1 indefinite ban per year. Normal or short, 1 to 2 weeks max. A short reset spun into a smear about permanent bans on Reddit. Number 9, testimonials, straight numbers. His claim was that a few students make up all the testimonials. Well, that's false. During active coaching, each layer poll counts as individual results. For example, they got 8 lays, it'll count as 8 to the number. If a student disappears for months and later reports more results, I log that as 1 additional instance for that student, not 1 per lay. One guy had 12 lays. He came back 4 months later. He took a break, but he has 3 additional lays and he made 3 more video testimonials. But I only count that as a number as 1. A student with 100 lays, he credited my coaching a year later when he came back. It's only recorded as 1, not 100. You did not see a sudden 100 plus lays for the number this year because it's at 667 laid and poll testimonials. It never went up to 767 laid and poll testimonials because I don't count them that way.
If you want to learn more, there is another video testimonial at the end screen that people are still watching right now. Stop ignoring miracles. Look at the end screen over here and check this shit out right here. Click on it. It's awesome.